All right, dog. Here you go, fool. Ooh, that could have knocked the camera out.
God
That would've
damn.
been out of production. Don't talk to me like that, fool. We're doing the podcast. We're ready to roll. Salty likes, bro. What's happening? We back. We back, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all.
He's so funny.
Hey, man, he be fucking up, y'all. I'm going to tell. Hey, ask your motherfucking mama something then. Dude, anytime you hear somebody yell like that, dude, that's my favorite thing. Hey, motherfucker, come on now. Give me my motherfucking punk ass money now. Come on with it.
Dude, you keep yelling, they're going to call the cops.
Oh, they probably it probably sounds crazy, huh? They gotta think there's a fight happening. Oh, little Louvel, please don't hit me no more. Bitch, mama, I told you. Please don't hit me, baby. You know it hurts my legs when you hit me.
Little Lubell?
Little Louvel. Motherfucking little Louvel. That's what they call me, little Louvel. How's everybody doing? that was a good intro, man. If this was the first podcast you heard of me, you'd be like, who the fuck is this guy? You might not even listen no more. If you don't listen. Oh, man, it's fun. Having a good week, man. JR, you had a good week?
I had a great week, dude.
Hell yeah, dog. We're doing the podcast a little late, but it's all good, man. Trump got coronavirus. Dude, what is going on? The president got coronavirus. After that bullshit-ass debate. Did you guys watch the debates? What was that, dude?
I don't know.
Damn, I felt bad for Biden was trying to get his shit in and Trump wouldn't stop talking. He's like, would you shut the fuck up? At some point, I think he just wanted to go, motherfucker, shit, cock. Oh, cut. Could we cut that out?
He wanted to say that, though.
Oh, he was pissed, bro. That was such a shit show, man. It was just like them cutting each other off or Trump cutting off Biden. And then that stand down, that was another thing that everyone talks about, the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
When he said stand back and what stand by.
Stand back, stand by.
That's crazy, dude. And I'm covering something like news guys can do way better. Why am I even talking about this shit? I'm like, did you guys hear that? He said stand by and stand down. What do you mean by that? There's other fucking guys that do this better. This part.
They're actually political commentators.
Hey, motherfucker, stop doing this shit. Do what you do best, motherfucker. You do what you do best. There's something in my fridge. I just went to get a drink. There's something in my fridge that's rotting, and I can't narrow it down. I don't know what it is. But every time I open it, it's like a woof of a woof? Is it whiff? Whiff?
Woof. You're whiff.
I can't ask you, bro. We're both immigrants. I always look to JR. I don't know if you've ever been watching this. I always look to JR for an answer, and he fucking gives me his abuela taught him some shit that doesn't even make sense. He said it's a woof. I got a woof of a bad smell in my motherfucking fridge. It's something rotting in there, and I can't narrow it down. So I got to clean the whole bitch out and just see what it is. Maybe there's a mouse that died in there. Somehow I opened the door, a mouse shot in there, and now he's like, it's getting cold in here, let me out. And he just got locked in. Something's dead in there, dude. I got to stop going to Costco and getting meats, fool. You know what I'm saying? I go to Costco every time, and I get meat for 17 people, and I got to make it all at once. And I can get a rotisserie chicken. I got the balls to get a rotisserie chicken. That's 2 days of eating for me. I can't eat a fucking chicken in one. Then I got some other meats in there. I got some fish. That's damn near got to throw it out or freeze it. How long is fish good? If you buy, okay, so here's my thing. I bought the fish. It's a big ass piece of like rockfish or cod or something from Costco. And it says sell by October 4th. Okay? I bought it on like the September 29th. Now, when I take that bitch home, do I still have till October 4th to cook it? You guys tell me.
2 days.
2 days after you buy it from the store. Even if.
Once you open it.
Once you open it.
If stored properly, it should last you 2 days. 3 days the most.
Okay, so when they have it in that shrink wrap shit, though, is it good till October 4th?
Yeah, and then when you open it, then you have 2 days.
Fuck, I just threw it out. Damn it, dude. We should have done this podcast a couple days ago. Whoopsie.
Hey, also, I put in woof, like as a
like a smell
for a bad smell, and this thing that came up was, are you using condoms or lube? Yeah.
How does that even make sense?
I don't know.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a whiff. I caught a whiff of it.
Whiff.
Right? Woof. Yeah. A woof. Yeah, sometimes, I don't know if it's because I'm immigrant, but honestly, dude, like I'll have words mixed up in my head, or you'll make up another word thinking what, I don't know if this is definitely, I'm not articulating this right. I'll make up another word, or I'll think it's another word, and then I'll say it. That'll happen to me all the time.
Yeah, and then if you're immigrant, your parents don't correct you. So then
there's no one to tell you. Yeah. So like there's a friend of mine, oh my God, this is hilarious, dude. There was a comic, our homie Manny, he was like, one time we were on the road and this fool goes, dude, they're trying to fucking pigeon-toe me, dude. Like they keep giving me the same roles. They're trying to pigeon-toe me instead of pigeonhole. So that's one of those examples. He said, man, they're pigeon-toeing me. And I'm like, he was taking me on the road to open for him, so I didn't want to correct him. But
Maldonado?
That's what your parents do. I love us, Manny. What up, cuz? Yeah, I love Manny, man. When I was starting out, he took me on a road gig to Arizona, some Glendale, Arizona gig at like some fucking bar. And I don't think to this day I've ever mentioned it to him. But I am now, dog. It's pigeonholed. I don't want to get pigeonholed. But that's exactly one of those things I'm talking about, where you just think it's something.
And nobody corrects you.
Yeah, like you're a little kid and you call fucking spaghetti paschetti. A hangover. I like a hangover, please. And then you're an adult and you say that shit. Or espresso. Can I get an espresso?
But
little dumb shit like that.
They do that knowing that it's wrong, though. Like my uncles or my aunts, you would say something wrong and they wouldn't correct you so you could look stupid for someone else.
Yeah, that's some malicious shit right there.
Yeah.
Hey, check out fucking JR fucked up again. Ha ha ha. Well, he thinks a dick's a pussy. That's crazy, fool. Little fucking kid. Dude, there's nothing makes me feel better and more accomplished than doing little tiny home improvements. Like I love doing little knick-knack bullshit around the house. I love doing that. So what did I do this last week? I was trying to put out these little wood floors. I went to IKEA to get this little desk thing for the studio. And dude, I don't know if you guys are like me, but when I go to IKEA, you can't quickly go through IKEA because they make you go through that whole fucking maze, right? So you're going to start seeing shit and you go, oh, I need one of these. Oh, do I need a new drawer thing? So I just, no, minimum of 2 hours, I'm going to be walking through that maze, dude. And in the last few days, I've had to go back a couple times because I did this little flooring patch because on the way out of IKEA, I saw this little wood that looked really cool that you can put on your like balcony or patio deck or something like that. So I got some, but I got the wrong size and I had to go back. So I had to go back. And then when I went back, I had to return something. It was a rug. I bought a rug. This is so dumb, and it didn't fit right. So I go to return it. Now I don't have a receipt. Okay, and then JR, you were with me, right?
Yeah.
We were going on a hike or something. So we go back to return this rug. No receipt. Normally it's no problem, dude. It's in the packaging. It hasn't even been opened. It's from IKEA. We get there. There's 25 employees standing around doing fucking nothing. And then people are giving us all sorts of wrong information. We go returns. They go, they stop at 5, man. Oh, no, the first guy goes, yeah, a lot of people are going to be pissed off. I told them they stop at 5. But 7. They don't. They stop at 7. So I'm like, why the fuck did you even give me that information, man? I don't need any of that information. All I need to know is where's the returns. You don't have to tell me the extra stuff that you fucked. I feel like he felt guilty. And he looked like one of those guys that was in prison. You know what I mean? Because he was an older dude. He was like that dude in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
You know the old guy? The old guy in Shawshank? That dude. He was like that guy. I don't know if you remember that movie, but he gets so institutionalized in the movie Shawshank Redemption that when he goes back into the real world, he doesn't know how to assimilate. That's another one. He doesn't know how to assimilate. So he offs himself. He kills himself. Spoiler alert. This fool offed himself. The old homie with the little crow in his pocket. You remember him? The old man. I love that character. But anyway, he was so institutionalized by his time in the jail at Shawshank. He was there for so many years that even when they were going to release him, he was so horrified of the idea of going back into the real world that he like almost killed one of the dudes to stay and get more time. And this dude at IKEA, he looked like one of those guys. Because I asked him, I go, hey, dude, where's the returns? And he goes, oh, people are going to be really upset with me. Like he had to confide in me because he was like, fuck, he fucked up. I don't know if he felt like he needed to tell somebody that he's been screwing up. And I was like, your secret's safe with me, man. I was like, hey, you're all good with me, man. I won't say nothing. I ain't no snitch, but you better look out for this JR guy because this guy will fucking chirp like a canary. So don't be telling this dude nothing. I learned my lesson the hard way. Dude, but in Shawshank, just to get back to this, man, my mind works in such stupid ways, dude. I still didn't finish the thought about the old man at Shawshank. And the last scene before he hangs himself is when he's working at the grocery store. They get him a job at the grocery store bagging groceries because those are the jobs they give, convicted felons or whatever. Like Hollywood Boulevard is the mecca for convicted felon rehires. You walk down, motherfuckers got neck tattoos and just a story to tell. And they have all sorts of wisdom from jail. You can see them doing it. They're flipping cards. They're doing like little fucking, they're doing rap songs with a pen and a fucking paper and making a beat like that and singing. You could just tell these motherfuckers are fresh out. And now they're selling star tours. Jump in a van, man. We can go see the fucking celebrity star tours, man. You want to see where fucking Tom Cruise lives? Tom Hanks lives right there. Those things are such bullshit, too. You go on these celebrity star tours, these fools just lie to your ass. They go, hey, that George Clooney lives right there. That's George Clooney. Yeah, and that Brad Pitt is a neighbor, fool. Like, damn, dude, we just went on one street, and everybody lives on that street. Tom Cruise is next to Tom Hanks, lives to Brad Pitt, lives next to Angelina Jolie. And all right, that's the tour. And charge you like $100. But these convicted felons are slanging those tours left and right, dude. So anyway, back to the IKEA story. I'll get to the story. I wonder what's going on in my head, dude. So I feel like every story I tell, it's like it starts at one place, and I take all sorts of detours, and I bet you people are driving in the car going, finish the fucking story. Finish the fuck. I just picture a guy getting to work, but he can't leave.
Because he has
to hear the fucking thing, and I'm over here talking about convicted felons and then Shawshank Redemption.
Like a person like you that needs to his mind doesn't work unless something connects.
Bro.
He's probably, his whole day you fucked his day up.
Oh, and now he's got to, he's going to be thinking about the thing. What is it? What happened? What happened at IKEA? Why the fuck did he bring up IKEA if he's not going to finish the IKEA story? And that's happening to people. Oh, man. I want to give a couple shout outs to the people that have been listening to the podcast, though, for real. I've been getting some really cool comments and stuff. And people have been expressing that it's been relatable, some of the stuff about my family that I talk about, because it is kind of hard to talk about that stuff. But I don't mind doing it because, doing stand-up, you kind of got to be an open book, as is. Like I think that my favorite comics and the comics that I grew up watching were the guys that were most honest about how their shit was. Because we're all going through stuff. We all go through, family shit, personal things, work-related things. And if anything, this podcast is good because I get to talk about it. And it works like as a therapy for me because I get to talk about it and I get to blow off some steam. And if it entertains you, that's fucking amazing, But also I hope it's relatable. Like, oh, yeah, my dad does this or my mom does this. And a lot of people have been commenting that that's been happening, which I'm happy to be a sounding board. Is that a thing?
I thought you were going to say of service.
No, I'm just happy that people are relating on that level to the podcast. So just thank you. Thank you for listening, guys, whoever you are out there, or Gary. Thanks, man. Just him commenting everything. Okay, so back to IKEA. That guy, fuck, I'm late. And he's 10 minutes late because I thanked people. So now we're back to IKEA, and we get past the Shawshank dude. Okay, he sends us up a floor. It's all a shit show, dude. Finally, we get to the line, and it's the return guy. This dude Juan, fucking guy, man. He's like, hey man, you here for a return? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, you got a receipt? I'm like, oh no, I don't have the receipt, but I just bought it yesterday. Can I just get I just want to get some more stuff here anyway. So could I just do store credit? He's like, oh man, yeah, we're not looking up receipts anymore, man. What?
He just stared you down.
And then he just looked at me and I'm like, what do you mean you're not looking up receipts? We got to have your receipt, man. It's a receipt. You got to have it. Like I bought a lot of shit from a lot of places and I've lost the receipt. What if you fucking lost the receipt? Now, I can't take this thing back as brand new from your fucking store. And also, why the fuck do you care? Juan? Unless your name is Juan IKEA, you shouldn't fucking care about that. At all. At all. You should be accommodating, dude. There's nobody else there, dude. It's just me. He could have looked up my receipt. And then I'm looking and there's all these employees. Joking around, fucking around. I felt like my dad when he was in the hospital. This isn't a hospital. You're laughing about your divorce. That's what my dad told me. I talked to him. He said he was videotaping the people at the hospital because the doctors weren't coming over. He started videoing my fucking dad.
Something you would do.
My dad's a millennial. And he said they were joking about divorce and stuff. And he's like, I'm dying. Oh my God. Okay, this is another side note. Another side note from last podcast where I talked about dentists and my dad's rib. And Ari, our good buddy Ari Manis, was his birthday, and we forgot about his birthday. And while I was editing the podcast and putting videos up throughout, I don't know if you watched that one, but if you did, I'd tell the story and then I'd put videos up in between, splice it. And I'm going to start doing that. Any experience I have, because I do take a lot of videos and pictures for my own sake. Like I don't like to post everything all the time because I don't think you need to know, what my dinner is every night like some people do. But I do take those. So if I talk about it on the podcast, I can share it with you guys. So I was going through my Mexico footage when we went to visit Dr. Cornelius. And I found possibly the funniest video it was Ari's birthday. We didn't do anything for his birthday because we didn't know. We took him to Mexico, took him to a fucking dentist office, which is the worst thing to do on your birthday. Then we took him to a lunch at a seafood place that he didn't like, that he didn't even want to be at. Then we went to fucking the doctor's house, which he didn't want to be at. Then when we got to the doctor's house, this is the fucking funniest thing. And I called JR. I called JR right when I found it. This is the funniest thing you could think of. The fucking videos I'm looking at, and then I remember, I'm like, oh my God, when we went to Dr. Ornelius' house, he was showing us his rooftop deck where they have you can host a party or something. There was a child's party set up there. Like a big old party for a kid or something, a kid's birthday party. And so I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? This is crazy, And then I go, hey man, I make JR, Dr. Ornelius, and Ari. It's his birthday. I go, wouldn't it be funny, dude? Let's make a fake. Like you guys threw me a surprise birthday party. Like you guys threw me a surprise birthday party and we'll videotape it. And so now Ari has to pretend that it's my birthday and they have thrown me a surprise. And that's what these decorations and stuff are for. Here's the video.
He's coming up. He's coming up. Shh. He's coming up. He's coming up. See. Surprise! Look at that! Happy birthday! You deserve that. Happy birthday! This is awesome. Yeah, look at this. Oh, you guys are too cool, man. Oh, look at that. Look, that's you. That's all you. That's all you. Thank you. Oh, man.
Can you fucking imagine? Can you imagine how heated you'd be? How did he not say anything? And I talked to him, and Ari, when I posted the thing, I sent him a picture of him with the birthday cake on his head. This picture. And he goes, "Oh boy." And I go, "Did you listen?" And then he listened, and by the way, check out Ari Manis if you don't follow him already. He's crazy, dude. He likes ruffling people's feathers. So if you're into that type of shit, definitely follow Ari because he always does some weird, crazy YouTube videos and stuff like that where he fucks with everybody, and he'll get under your skin. Trust me, and he knows he does. So I talked to him, and he was like, "Dude, I was like, how could you not tell us it was your birthday after all that shit, dude?" And we were just cracking up laughing about it. He's like, "I don't know, man. I don't want to talk about it." I'm like, "Oh, cool." Yeah, everyone says that. Everyone says like, "I don't care if it's my birthday." But you do. You care,
Especially if someone else is pretending it's their birthday.
Pretend it's my birthday. What the fuck was I thinking? So stupid.
So IKEA.
What?
IKEA.
I thought we finished that. Oh, no, didn't we? We didn't? Oh, man. We got to shut this down, dude. I either need to get a prescription to Adderall. Does that help you focus? I feel like when I do Adderall, it feels like I'm on just low-level meth.
It is.
I'm like, "Hey, dude, I'm just calling all my friends and stuff. Hey, dude, what's up? Just checking in with you." "Me, I'm fine. No, I just cleaned my bathroom." It's 5 a.m. I know, man. Early rise gets worm, man. Worm bird. Fucking up sayings and shit. Anything like that messes with my brain chemistry, I feel like takes away from the thing that makes me good at what I do. Or like, if I'm on stage and I'm quick with riffing or like, doing some crowd work, I don't want to mess with that. Even, when I get like a little too tipsy on stage, I get a little bit like I'm not as sharp. I'm better sober on stage. And I've come to find that when I was younger in the game, I thought like, oh, this helps me, man, because I'm just freer and I don't give a fuck. And I guess in the beginning, it would help me not care as much, when I was a little bit, had a couple cocktails. But then, eventually you learn that, you can be better if you don't do it because you're just a little bit clear-minded. Dude, I took JR on a fucking hike, man. Okay, first of all, don't say that you want to go work out if you don't want to work out. Can we be clear on that? If you don't want to work out, you can't just say, if I say, "Hey, I'm going to go for a run, go for a hike." And then you go, yeah, I'm down. And then come and then get mad.
I didn't.
Because we're doing exactly that.
No. You said we're going to go run.
Okay.
Running is different than hiking up a fucking mountain.
Dude, there's running involved.
Yeah, but
there was running involved. I didn't lie to you. I said we're going to go. I mean, what did you think? I said Griffith? What do you think? I'm just going to like run around a track?
Yeah, I thought we were just going to run.
Running is so boring. Like running flat is so boring. Like going on a hike, you look at shit, you see stuff.
I enjoyed myself.
You did not enjoy yourself. Okay, this is you enjoying yourself? What did I say?
I said a run.
What happened? You gassed out, fool?
Fuck you.
This is you enjoying yourself. Do you see how beautiful that is? Dude, that's what you want to go up there. You're going up there to see that. JR, that's why that's more fun. Plus, we weren't running the whole way, dude. We were walking a lot.
Yeah.
You keep talking a big game about this boxing thing, man. And I just saw you don't have a gas tank for 12 rounds, dude.
It's only 3 rounds, bro.
3 rounds for what? What do you...
3 rounds. You go boxing with comedians. 3 rounds.
Oh, JR's trying to get me to this boxing, get COVID with comedians, basically. Boxing with comedians, dude. Dirty-ass comedians going... like all those... when people do that when they box? That's all spit going right into your mouth. I love boxing. You know that. Right now, not boxing. You know why? I might train by myself, shadow box a little bit. Egg weights. Shout out to egg weights. I might do that. I might do a little cable training, might hit a bag. I need to get a heavy bag. If anyone's got to hook up on a heavy bag, hook it up. Because I'm going to have to use JR's head if you don't. But that was it, bro. We went on a hike. You guys tell me if I was in the wrong or JR was in the wrong. Why don't you comment about that? Was I wrong or is JR wrong? I said, hey, man, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go running at Griffith. I assumed maybe you knew that it was a hike involved.
First of all,
but maybe when we pulled up, you should have gone, oh, no.
Yeah, but once you pull up, like, what am I going to say? Nah, I'm going to be like, I'm going to man it out. I'm going to go. I was using this breathing technique, which fucked me up.
Oh, that was the best. Guys, hold on. JR goes like this. Wait, hold up, dude. He goes, we're running. And I'm like, where the fuck is JR? So I start going. I'm like, damn, I throw the headphones in. And I'm like, fuck it. Because I like to be by myself on these things anyway. Because I'll throw headphones and I'll listen to a book. Or I will listen to music. Or whatever, man, a podcast. And I'll just run. And I'll just, and it gets me my mind off of like being tired or whatever. I just like doing it that way. So I'm like, fuck it. I put my headphones on. But I turn around and JR's like way the fuck back there. And I'm not trying to be a hero or anything, but I'm like, dude, come on, man. And then he gets up to me, and he goes, breathe through your nose.
Get the fuck out.
This fool comes up and starts giving me coaching. He starts coaching me. And he goes, breathe through your nose. It's harder. That's what I'm doing. I'm like he's fucking David Blaine training for his next stunt. He said, hold your nose. That's why I'm doing it that way. And so that's what your excuse was?
I'm training breathing through my nose and breathing out. If I breathe through my mouth, I could run a little bit faster because that's how I'm used to it. But I wanted to breathe properly, which got me more tired.
I think, yeah, Usain Bolt said the same thing. This fool, just get there. Come on, man. So that was it. But yeah, you told me a breathing technique. Through the nose, out the mouth. I think that's the natural way you're supposed to do it, right? It is kind of hard to.
It's hard to do it.
I guess when I'm running, I do
when
that.
You're running and you do that, you get tired faster.
Oh, you do?
Well, you're not supposed to because that's the proper way of running, but we don't run like that. We breathe through our mouths. We go. Like,
yeah.
You know, if you're tired, you're breathing through your mouth, but you're supposed to stop it and not breathe through your mouth so then you don't get enough oxygen. Do that next time with your
Dude, my nose is fucked up. Okay, watch this. I know this is a very Persian thing, right? I've broke my nose a few times. And I feel like, and done my fair share of cocaine back in the day. So I don't know if it's that or what, but is that normal? Listen.
No.
Right? It's so plugged up that I think I don't know if you can see the shape of my nose, but there's so many lumps and bumps right here from just like, I don't know.
If you breathe through your nose more and out through your mouth, that starts clearing up. That's what I've been doing, but I've been getting tired more.
I don't know. I just think my whole thing's fucked up. I don't know if it's from the brakes, but do you breathe normal? Breathe. So you have like a clear pathway. I'd be interested to go in there and also get a nose job. Hey, if there's any good plastic surgeons, we can clean up the Schnagelborg. If we can clean that up, that'd be nice. Years of trauma from my dad making fun of me. Years. My brother used to call me potato nose. He said my nose looks like a potato. Do you see it? I could see it in some pictures sometimes, and it makes me cry every time. My brother was so fucking mean, man. It was because of my dad too, though. He was like, dude, you don't fucking like. He's a grown ass man. He's like telling me, I'm like, I always hated my profile.
Dude, we did the same to my brother. That fool has like a weird ear. Like he has no. So you see the little flap, like the little folds. He has no fold, so we call him ears.
That's so fucked up. I feel like it's not like that anymore, though. Kids don't do that.
They don't do that anymore. But he took on the name
so
ears because he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, we were so mean when we were kids. You know, like someone, look at fucking. Hey, what is that? A mole? What is that? A birthmark? Hey, birthmark face. Like kids don't do that now, right?
We fucking called this one of our friends Ojo
because his eye was fucked up.
Because he had only one eye.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So we just call him Ojo, dog.
Ojo.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's got sad.
Mexicans are funny too. No, Mexicans will just say like they just call you whatever you are. If you're fat, it's like gordo. Yeah. If you're like skinny or flaco. Mm-hmm. If you're fucking, they'll just say the description of you. Like you got big ears. What is that?
Orejas.
Orejas. Or if you got a fucking big nose, they'd call me narizón.
Narizón.
Narizón, like big nose.
It's
Bald.
a perfect description. Yeah. Pelón.
Yeah, fucking pinche pelón.
But you never get confused with who you're talking about.
Well, there's multiple flacos. And then if you're too fat, they call you flaco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like it's a double joke. Like double layered joke. You know? Oh, look at gordo. Or if you're too skinny, look at this gordo. Hey,
relax, bro. You need to take fucking accent elimination. If I was auditioning you to play a Mexican dude, I wouldn't even hire you.
This is exactly how my uncle sounds.
Trip on that, fool. So I got this shirt on, dude. I was throwing out some shirts. This is the second time I've got introduced to this book, The Art of Tidying Up. Marie Kondo is the name. Is that her name? Whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't even know why I asked JR. I don't even know why I looked to you, dude.
But I know the thing is Mayo
Kondo. Whatever the fuck it is.
Tightening up.
Yeah, The Art of Tidying Up. You guys know the book I'm talking about, I bet. Okay, so here's the chain of order here. I will ask JR something. JR quickly asks Siri. That bitch never gets it right. So I guess we got to hire a new guy. My second time being introduced to The Art of Tidying Up. So I'm like, let me go through. I don't know why I accumulate shit over the years. And when I go to throw it out, I look at it and I go, what if I need? I'm like, am I a hoarder? Because I go, well, I could use that for, and there's shit I've had for years that I even worn. I have stuff and I'm like, well, what if I need that? What if I need to use that? But then I read The Art of Tidying Up. And then I did it for like a month, maybe 2 months. I had my shit together. I folded my socks the way that she says. And I fucking organized all my stuff, you know. And then one day I was late to something and I was like, fuck, shit, bitch. And I just fucking grabbed everything and threw it and I put it back, not the way that it goes back. And then I started hitting the road. Like I was on the road a lot doing stand up. And when I would come home, I just wanted to relax at home and I wouldn't get it back to the system. So now I'm trying again. I'm doing it again. And it's been interesting, dude. So I have all these shirts. Okay, for example, this is a perfect example. This shirt I'm wearing right now is from Adam Devine's House Party, which was a show on Comedy Central. One of my first TV stand-up spots, right? So it was for Comedy Central. Adam Devine was hosting it, the homie. It was in Hawaii, which was dope. I don't even know. What does it say? Adam Devine's House Party. Oh, yeah, season 3. Okay? And it was so cool because it was in Hawaii. And also I had Dino, my boy Dino Archie, was going to be out there with me. And we got production on a weekend. So our shit fell where we were taping Thursday, Friday, and then we had Monday, Tuesday too. So we got a whole fucking weekend paid for in Hawaii at the Turtle Bay Resort or the North Shore, sorry. It was so freaking awesome, man. It was so fun. If you ever watched the show Adam Devine's House Party, it was you do a couple scenes and there's a storyline. And then the show ends with this 5 minutes of stand-up from each of the comedians. So there's 3 comedians on the show. You have a storyline with Adam, and then you do your spot. So Dino and I were there together, and it was cool to just hit that milestone together, our Comedy Central first taping. And, we were having a great time, having drinks. We'd hang out in the rooms and just talk about how awesome everything was going and what a great place where comedy has brought us. And I love those moments when you're could sit back. There's other moments I had in the Middle East or something where I remember I was in a kayak and I was just paddling in the fucking Persian Gulf. We'd been to Dubai, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and a few other places. But anyways, at one point we were in the middle of the fucking Persian Gulf and just paddling these kayaks. And I'm like, dude, this is so crazy where comedy brings you. And that it's something that I love to do, and it's not something that I was fuck, man, I hate going to work, and it's just so dope. Staying at the Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi, just experiencing some of these cool things that I never thought I'd get to experience aside from work. And then now I'm doing it because I'm technically working, which my job is not work. And I know this sounds lame if you hear it, but this is a dream, and I don't know when I'm going to wake up. That's all there is to it. And I think that you should live your life that way. do something that is a fucking dream. Then because it's like you never woke up. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. I'll cut this out. Who the fuck am I, man?
Rosmodal.
What you want to do is just look in your inner sanctum and realize that you are the person that you are supposed to be. If your life is something of a drag, if you are working somewhere that you don't realize your full potential, look in the mirror. Just look at your fucking hands. Just look at the uniqueness in our hands and realize that one line leads to another, and none of them are the same. So the path, as much like your hands in life, is different for everyone. So I may be doing comedy and you may be fucking working at a Walmart, or you may be working at a construction, or you may be working as a doctor or an engineer, or you may be working as a barber, a bad barber in case of J.R. Cruz. J.R. Cruz is fucking bad barber. You ever been to a barber shop? They fuck up your head. He's a guy like J.R. going, oh, what is it? That's not him living his full dream. The dream comedian. But on the side, he's a fucking barber doing bad haircut, man. No, JR's a good barber. JR's a really good barber. I can't ever shit on him, and I don't want people to think I'm serious. Anything I say, that's another thing. If I ever hang out with people and I'm a little harsh, like I could be so fucking mean with my shit talking.
Yeah.
But if you know me, it's all out of love. Like I don't talk shit to people that I don't like. I came in with this fucking stupid shirt on, and JR goes, yeah. I'm like, hey, what the fuck, should I wear this shirt? He's like, because I was just gonna wear these shirts that I have and then toss them, tell the story and then fucking toss it. So then I have it, and it's still on par with the Marie Kondo shit. They go, hey, I told the story, it served its purpose, now get the fuck out of here. But I come here and I go, this is fucking stupid. And JR goes, it looks like you should have muscles, but you don't. Or what'd you say?
Yeah. Did it affect you? It wasn't even that bad of a diss.
Of course it does. I'm fucking human. You cocksucker. Yeah, it affected me. Yeah, you look like shit. Did that affect you? This guy.
You ever had friends that you say something to and then they can't take it?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. But they quickly become not my friends anymore. So I only have people around me. And who knows, behind my back, maybe they're like, dude, Amir's a fucking dick. And that's a big fear of mine. Do people that are my friends go, dude, that guy's too much with the shit talking? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, I would like it to be where they could tell me right there. And, like my friends like Andy or Dino or whatever, like we shit on each other like openly. And I know, we know there's a line, but also those guys are comedians.
Yeah.
And sometimes people that aren't comedians, they aren't accustomed to talking like that. You know how we'll be in a green room talking shit.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking the harshest shit you could talk, but no one's getting their feelings hurt because it's all love. Yeah. So anyway, not to sound like a douche, but like it's just cool to know when comedy brings me to cool places, and I love taking those moments in my career and just taking a deep breath and then going like, this is dope. In anything you do that you start to love to do, you start to lose the excitement. And I think that's a dangerous place to be when I lose excitement for little milestones. Like when I would hit milestones of like career stuff, I remember it would be crazy to get an audition at some point. Years ago, you'd get an audition because it was like, oh, then, that means somebody's sending you out for a part. And you're like, holy shit, I got an audition. That was exciting. Yeah. Now it's like, you might get them and be like, oh, fuck, I got 3 auditions. Like, oh, God damn. And then you get anxiety. And it's like, dude, you forgot that was exciting at some point. Yep. Then you'd book a show. And you'd be like, oh, my fucking God, I booked a show. You'd be like, oh, my God. You'd be going crazy thinking about how exciting this was. Years ago, I would get super excited about booking a show. No. And then now it's like, what's next? And then that's a scary place to be. When you're like, what's next? What's next? And you can't at least take one beat and be like, dude, this is dope. We're on the right track. We're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we've taken all the right steps. You've worked your ass off, man. This is the next level. And that's why I got to remind myself sometimes, dude. And those are the moments I take. you know, when I'm on a tour or I'm doing some crazy shit that comedy brought me to. Take some enjoyment out of the fucking
Enjoy the moment. Yeah.
Enjoy the moment, dude, and not just live for the next thing. Like, oh, this is cool, but what's next, man? The bigger thing. And that a lot of comics.
That's hard to do, though, man.
It's hard to do because you also don't want to be complacent. You don't want to be complacent where you're at in your career, but at the same time, you want to know that you're not lacking and you're right where you're supposed to be. Wherever you're at in your pursuit, as long as you've got a work ethic and you're doing the work. I hate to say that, and people misconstrue that if you're a younger comedian watching this shit. It doesn't mean just like fucking be lazy and don't do shit and you're right where you're supposed to be. No, it's do all that work, do all the shit you need to be doing, and then you're right where you're supposed to be, you know? When I was starting, you know, if you want to call it the alternative comedy scene or whatever, was kind of taking over when I was starting. And that's not what I do. I would say I'm more mainstream or I'm more, you know, club comic, which I don't think is bad because that's exactly where I want to be. I want to be in a place where people came for fucking comedy. And that's why I like comedy clubs. And that's it. It's like you come there and I want to be able to perform for every type of audience. You know, black, white, Mexican, you know, nerds, not nerds, cool kids, fucking whatever you call it, frat guys. I don't care. If you're funny, I think you should be able to play all those things. And sometimes when you go to certain rooms, you're like, oh, it's all one type of way or it's all these type of people. And I fucking hate that. And I started in urban rooms. I think that's a more racist way of saying black. You know, I started in black rooms, and that's where I cut my teeth. And that's where I realized, okay, you can fucking go, but you better be authentic because if you're not, these people will fucking smell you out. Every different ethnicity, if you're pandering to them, they'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, if I'm like at a Latino show and I'm like, hey, what's up, fuckers? You know, like, you know, and sometimes it's in the beginning, sometimes I'd find myself, because I did that growing up. I would kind of take on the personality or the characteristics of the person I was around because I was just learning and I was trying to find an identity here in this country. So I would be around, you know, my Mexican friends and I would actually start to talk a little bit like them. You see, even when we're hanging out, like I might get a little Hispanic tone. We moved around a lot when I was a kid. My dad had different girlfriends and whatever when he divorced my mom. And we would move in a lot of times to their house with her kids. So we didn't have our own shit. So anytime we did have something that was ours, it was like we protect that motherfucker with your life. You know, it's like, oh, this is my thing that I got for, you know, whatever. Or if someone gave me a little gift, I would preserve it and keep it. I have talked about this, I know, because I would talk about how I didn't even play with my toys because I didn't want to fucking ruin them. And that's so sad. So sad. But what do you do, you know? And I realized that as I was cleaning my place out and doing this next step, the girl that I'm seeing right now, she was like, hey, what's this? What's this? And, you know, she was like, really like, what the fuck is all this shit? And I was like, oh man, at first I had to was trying to defend it. I was like, well, no, I use that for whatever. And then it got to a point where I was like, fuck, hey, like, look, dude, you got, like, we don't know each other that well yet. I have fucking problems. I'm not a normal motherfucker, dude. I'm just not, right? So like, you got to realize you're dealing with somebody that's mentally fucked up. And it's a lot of childhood trauma that I carried into my adulthood that I'm working on, but it's going to take a while. You know, this is like, you got a pound puppy. Now you got to deal with my problems that I have, maybe a little leash aggression. What am I talking about? But anyway, she was like, what is this? What is this? And I kind of snapped halfway, and then I caught myself. I was like, oh, dude, don't get upset with her. She doesn't know either. And also, she was at a place where she just read this book. You know, so she's read the book and she's done the things, and now she's in a very good place with her space and everything's comfortable. Nothing's cluttered. Her mind is free. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there at all. And so when I'm seeing these little things, the fucking hoarder side of my brain is like, wait, but I need that tray. What if I have burgers? What if I have a bunch of burgers that I need to put on that tray? You know, so it's every little thing, and I had to break it down for her, and I did tell her that. I was like, hey, look, I didn't have shit when I was a kid, so every little thing has its place, and I know it looks all fucking scattered and fucked up, but I know it's there. And I might need that. I might need it. So then she totally, and what I really like about this girl is that she understood it and didn't get upset by it. And she was like, oh, now that, and that's so important when, if you're in any sort of relationship, is that communication of everyone's got their side to the thing. And if I just was like, what a bitch, man, why does she want me to throw everything out? I didn't do that. I was like, oh, I see her side. She's in a good place because she's already read the book and she's so happy about how uncluttered her life is. She wants me to get there. You know what I'm saying? So she's excited to share that with me. And then her thing could have been like, dude, what a fucking dick. He just snapped at me. He just fucking snapped at me with this dumb fucking big ass tray that he's probably never used. Why the fuck does he not want to get rid of this? And the reason is I had to tell her. I had to just explain it. Like, look, this is why I'm like that. And I'm working on being better. So let's throw that fucking thing out. And I ended up throwing it out. And it felt great. And throwing that one little thing, if you're a hoarder type of guy, shit, just start gradually throwing stuff out. And I don't want to be the guy that gets preachy too after I do it for a week and be like, dude, it's great. Throw everything out, man. If it doesn't be joked, when I'm going to throw something out, if it's something like newer, like I had a juicer that I threw out. And I'm like, it's a juicer, dude. Jack LaLanne juicer. It's like $350. At some point, I was like, oh, I'll have juices. And I was making them in the morning. It'd take me fucking 4 hours to make a goddamn juice. One juice, I could have gone to the store. That probably fucking $8 juice would have saved me time of my 1 hour is worth more than, the fucking whole cleanup and all that. So I stopped making the juices. Plus, it was like not one that gives you all the pulp and shit. So you wouldn't get the fiber. It was all just sugar, basically. So I stopped juicing, but I had the fucking juicer, expensive juicer. What do? Instead of throw it out, I was like, give it to someone. But then you just hold on to it. So that's it. You just got to get rid of it.
The amount of times you want to give me something.
I always do, because I'm like, oh, JR could probably use this.
I don't fucking need it.
But though, dude, that comedy book, you need that. How to write comedy.